Carolina Alvarez, producer, writer, actress, podcaster. You are a woman of many talents, and you play a pivotal role in Polette. So let's begin with that. Who is Crystal?
Crystal, or Cristal,
Cristal.
as my mama would say. She is a young woman in her early 20s, just navigating what we all navigate, trying to find our career path, trying to establish who we think we are as a person. It's past that as adolescent time of year, and you just are really starting to see that you have to make your own decisions in life. And I think she enters a crossroads, trying to just navigate that womanhood of, okay, who do I want to be in this world? Where is my voice? When she has all these overbearing voices coming from her mother, who wants certain things in her life, wants to marry a certain type of person who can lead her to the best life. It's all good intentions, but she has that then from her overbearing boyfriend who wants her to look a certain way, be a certain way. And that gets very overwhelming for her. And I really empathized with her character. And that's how I actually connected with her character.
Yeah.
Was seeing how, I had the same kind of crossroads myself, that same kind of, I felt like I had so many voices in my head. Where was my voice? And so I think the film is a bit about her finding her empowerment. And as a woman, her embracing her sexuality. What does that mean?
Right.
How can you express it?
Exactly.
And not be shamed for it?
Yes. It plays so much on individuality, the female persona, right? And sensuality is such an important role in this episode.
Yeah. Well, I want to feel good about myself, and so I'm starting to exercise, and there's this thing called fitness pole dancing.
Huh?
Ta-da!
How important is it for women to explore their female sensuality?
I think it's so important.
Yeah.
I think it's so liberating when you feel like it can be expressed in so many different ways. And that's something I look back on my life. I'm really grateful I had a mother who let me just wear what I wanted to wear, even though I grew up in a very conservative household, very religious. I just love that she gave me that. I think that really helped me kind of embrace how I moved, what I wore, the heels, everything. And it doesn't have to be that, but for me, it really helped me just be very comfortable in my own skin, which I think is very important as a woman. We shouldn't be shamed. We should be able to wear what we want to wear and be who we want to be.
And it shows there's this freedom to your vibe, dare I say. I know it's overused these days, but
there's always a vibe.
Oh, yeah.
There's always a vibe.
So tell me about the opening scene, because that's one of my favorite scenes of this episode with your mom, played by Liliana Montenegro.
Yes. Oh, beautifully said. It's pivotal right away when you're already seeing, again, the strong woman that she is, just looking out for her daughter, but kind of in the wrong way with, good intentions. But I think already you can see how my character's voice is kind of diminished, and it's got to be this way or you're going to fail, and that's just, I feel like, an important narrative that my character doesn't get to have, a positive one where, no, you can be who you want to be. You can have that promotion,
Yes.
And it's not about, for my character, it wasn't about, leveling up in her career. It was about just becoming a mom, and which is great. But nope, that's the only way you get to be successful in this world is becoming married to a white man and becoming a mom and having babies,
right,
which every mother gets excited about. But
yes,
that was my only choice for my future that I could have to be successful, to not, end up on the streets, So that's where I felt like my right away, you kind of get those intense feelings of feeling like I don't have a place in this world. I have to just do that.
Because you're a woman. You have to be married, hija. You have to have babies. That's what life is about. Maybe you're thinking too much, huh? Maybe you just just need to dress more serious and to not take life for granted and just make sure that you're a good woman and maybe you don't need to go to work no more, you know? No, I can take care of you.
The dynamic between your co-stars, I think with everyone, even that scene in the office, right? With your boss.
Yeah.
I love how it also plays on the dynamics of women in the workplace because that's such an important topic still today, unfortunately. So tell me about that experience.
That particular scene?
That
or
particular
just...
scene and
Yeah.
playing onto the role of the dynamics of women in the workplace.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. You know, I've always been a kind of person that if I want to dress a certain way, and again, still off is appropriate, but, you know, maybe show a little leg, wear a little heel, you know, that's all appropriate. But I was definitely subjected to inappropriate kind of behaviors at the workplace working with clients. And, you know, I felt like I shouldn't be treated any different because that's how I want to express myself. That's how I feel most confident, you know? So I felt that's kind of the confidence is key, what Crystal was trying to explore. You know, she was starting to wear things that she didn't feel shy and enclosed, you know? She wanted to dress a little bit, again, wear a skirt, maybe some heels, and kind of put herself in a place of empowerment. But in the workplace, she was, again, kind of being treated in a way that wasn't empowering. It was humiliating.
Right.
Yeah.
She wanted to be liberated.
Yes.
And I think in the end, she found exactly what she was looking for, huh?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. God, loosen up. Have you ever actually thought about doing any boxing? Just kidding. It's not really a chick thing. I get it. No worries.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. You know, women empowerment, you know, Ruth Bader Ginsburg and all that, you know, Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
But no, how are the numbers looking actually? Back to business here.
Yeah. No. They're great. I think I have a really good read on them to support
Okay.
my pitch.
That's for us. It's not for other people. The women who do this on Instagram, you might as well be a glorified stripper. You know, they're doing stripping without being in the strip club. If you want to dress all sexy and whatever you think that means, fine, go for it. Do whatever you want.
You can't just say it like
I'm gonna go to the
that.
bathroom, okay? This is ridiculous.
Okay. I think the dynamic between my boyfriend and I, the controlling aspect, being told what to wear and how to be because it made him uncomfortable. I feel like that was a personal experience that I had with an ex. And when you're just infatuated with what you think love is, and especially young love, you know, as Cristel was, it's easy to kind of forgive and want to make something work.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel that it was important to kind of show Cristel finally take a stand, to stand up for herself. Yeah, take a stand for herself and how she wanted to be and to not accept those things. You know, she had her friends in the film kind of say, it's okay, that's how guys are. And if your friend's telling you that, let's like cut all that toxic ties, you know?
Exactly.
And you know, find someone who's going to support you. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's like finding people in your corner who are going to support you. And those are, especially when you're in a relationship with someone, they should be championing, you know, your promotion, not diminishing your light. And that's kind of what he was doing in the film. He was just not wanting to see me flourish and be the light, the center stage, you know?
Yes.
And that's why the Polette community, to touch on that as well, like I just love that the pole dance community are all about empowering one another and, you know, doing something really challenging, but again, embracing your sexuality at the same time.
Right, yes.
Yeah, it was really beautiful to experience that on set.
I feel like I'm missing out. I think I need to go to one of those classes.
Oh, girl, get ready. Get ready because it was really hard.
Yeah.
I did not have to pretend at all that it was difficult to do because my character attempts to pole dance and take a class and she flops around and I did not have to act. That was it was difficult, but I loved. I Katrina let me take a full class afterwards, and it was so cool. Like, I highly recommend it. Give it a shot. It's going to be painful at first, but there's just something. Again, it's you're in touch with everything. Your physical, your emotional. It's very fluid. I love it.
Yeah, and liberating, it seems, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And you had somewhat of a solo dance.
Oh, just a little something.
There was something there.
We
Okay.
salsa. We know how to move. But yeah, I was like, I grew up dancing, and so it was like fun to kind of do a little something at the end and show how she is when she is not put down. And
Exactly.
like, yeah.
Yeah, she's able to be her full self and explore her body. And I mean, we know Latinas, we use our bodies from head to toe. Okay.
Okay. Yes. And I think that's so beautiful, I think, in the Latin community, when you can be like, yes, mama, go dance. I love that energy. I think every community should celebrate that, you know,
agree.
and encourage each other to be that way.
I agree. What was it like working with Katrina Cebreiro?
Oh, amazing. I really loved that the way we worked through this entire story was just talking about my personal experiences to what Cristal was going through. Like you said, I experienced the same thing in the workplace, the same kind of thing in my past relationships, that I felt like it was just such a natural progression to approach the character and the work. It was really lovely. We had many great, deep discussions on it.
And how does Carolina Alvarez prepare for a role?
I mean, I think it's, again, finding those similarities that I've experienced in my life. And, you know, we don't all go through the same thing our characters do, but it's the essence, right? For me, it was not having a voice, having so many people tell me what to do, how to be, what to wear. And I felt for Cristal. And so it's finding those empathetic feelings that the character's going through to then empathize and relate to. So that's kind of what I try to do. And again, having those conversations were so important.
It's so beautiful when that happens, right? When you find a character that you really just relate to and it resonates. It's just a lot easier. It makes your job as an actor easier.
Yeah. I mean, this wasn't scripted, right? So it was just beautiful. It was a little intimidating. I never have done that before. I don't pride myself on improvisation. So I was really impressed how easily it all came for me. And I mean, I credit all my beautiful co-stars. They were fantastic to work with.
The dynamic on set, what was that like?
Oh, so fun. Again, I didn't meet any of them till I was right there in the room. And like David, my boyfriend, and it was awesome. I just felt really comfortable right away. And I kind of liked, Katrina likes to work with that element of surprise a little, you know, not over rehearsing something. So I just kind of let go, and it was really fun to just let go.
And what's next for Carolina?
Well, I just wrapped my first feature film.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that's in post, and I mean, I have many other stories I'm excited to tell. So I'm just want to celebrate Sync. That's my feature film, and see where that journey continues, and hopefully get to tell more stories.
Well, Carolina, all the best to you, and thank you for your time and for being here.
Thank you. I loved this interview. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. That was awesome. Thank you.